Will I be the asshole if I pick my best friend over my wife? From the title, if it was me, you would be the asshole. Because I can't see in a situation where my husband will pick his best friend over me, his wife. But we shall see. I, 38 male. My wife, we are not legally married, but I call her my wife, is Abby, 37. My best friend Emily is 38, and her wife, Sarah, is 33. Emily and I have been best friends since high school. In college, we both went through a tough time. My dad got cancer in sophomore year. He survived. She was generally depressed and got much closer. Then ended up hooking up about a year later. It was confusing, and we never really officially dated, but it happened. Now, Emily prefers women, though she is still bisexual, and she and Sarah have been together for 8 years and have 2 kids. Sarah knows that we have some history together, but doesn't care, and we develop a friendship. I love kids and was involved with theirs from the beginning, and the kids see me as an uncle. I met Abby in May of last year, and we dated casually for a few months until she told me she was pregnant. Neither of us were looking for something serious, but we decided to see if we could make it work, and to be honest, it worked better than we even expected. We are neither usual type. We were neither's usual type. Abby prefers clubbing in the Ibiza. I prefer hiking in the Amazon. She isn't super political, but I'm more involved in social issues, that sort of thing. We actually work well together, but we do argue a lot. Since this is still a newish relationship and we just had a baby, it's not surprising, and I know communication issues are ultimately fixable. I actually quit my job to be a stay-at-home dad so she can maintain her career as possible. We make similar incomes, but I'm not a career driver. Emily and Sarah have also been a huge help as we adjust to being parents. Now to the problems. The main reason here, Abby found out that Emily and I had a thing. She found Emily's autograph in one of my yearbooks, so random, and wants me to cut off contact with her. This did not come up before our relationship went from 0 to 60, and we skipped a lot of getting to know each other. I can't tell if this is being an unreasonable request or not. Normally, I would say it's very reasonable to want to set a boundary with past partners, but at this point, Emily is like family to me, and honestly, so are Sarah and the kids. The thought of no longer being in the kids' lives is horrible. The thought of doing anything physical with Emily now is gross, and the thought of doing anything to jeopardize her family is abhorrent. Honestly, since I'm a stay-at-home father, I don't want to give up their help at this time in our child's life. Abby is not as involved as I like her to be, and the brunt of the childcare and housework is on me. She promised she'd be more involved, but I think she's finding out how now that being a mother is more work than she expected, and she can't maintain her work at the previous level and be engaged with her child as she wants. I told Abby that I understand her concerns, but this is a tough choice for me to make. She understandably feels betrayed. I wasn't intentionally hiding anything from her, but it didn't occur to me to bring up something from nearly 2 decades ago. I offered to go to the couples counseling, but she declined. I asked Emily what she thought, and she said she would be heartbroken, but would understand if I needed to put my wife first, which was not what I expected. See, Emily's a true one. At the end of the day, your wife is being a little bit unreasonable, if you ask me, but at the same time, I'm not in a situation. But I feel like your wife is being unreasonable. Woman to woman, man to woman, whoever. That's an unreasonable request. Being that you have been in the family. Like, I feel like it'd be an unreasonable request because if she's been in the family dynamic, she's seen how you have operated with Emily and Sarah and how you are with the kids. So to know that something happened between one of y'all 20 years ago and to be that bothered by it now, it's a level of insecurity that I surely don't have. I asked my parents what they thought, and they didn't give me a straight answer, but seemed horrified at the thought of me cutting off Emily since they know and care about her too. I'm not sure what to do. I can't even think straight due to the sleep deprivation, and cutting off my main support person, too, if you count Sarah, at the time is not something I want to think about. Part of me also knows that Abby and I are still getting to know each other since we've been together for a grand total of 1.5 years. And it's possible I find out that we are incompatible in the long run. In previous serious relationships, I did bring up my friendship with Emily early, so on. I could avoid this very situation. As you might have guessed from the title, I am leaning towards ending my relationship with Abby. I feel like I found out two important things about her, and I feel are red flags for me personally. Number one, her putting her career over our child and even more relationship. Number two, her inflexibility regarding Emily. And more superficially from the beginning, she was not someone I would have sought out a serious relationship with. But I do feel like I need to check if there's something I'm not considering. So let me get this straight. Before I even get to that, what I'm going to get straight. We need to get into the habit of not sleeping around unprotected. I know situations happen, condoms break, condoms fall off, whatever the case may be. But we need to get into the habit of protecting ourselves, not only from diseases, from even starting off situations like this. Because off the bat, you already talk about how incompatible you and Abby are. You want to go hike in the Amazon. She wants to go party in Ibiza. But y'all managed to be over here sleeping together unprotected or in a manner that to get y'all pregnant. Y'all not even compatible. Yes, everything works out. Like, think about it. Y'all have a baby together and y'all have only physically known each other for less than 2 years. 1.5 years y'all have known each other for. We need to practice safe. The same way we want to practice safe this, practice safe that. Y'all need to be out here practicing safe sex. As grown adults, people need to be understanding and putting it in their brain that y'all cannot be out here just making babies and bringing babies into broken situations. Because it's happening on the daily. Granted, I'm no judgment. I know situations happen. Shit happens sometimes. But y'all are consciously out here just in the moment, just random sleeping with people. And then letting it fly to get pregnant. So for me, you're basically a stay-at-home dad. Cool, no problem. But the fact that she's not even helping or didn't realize how much work, because she wants to party in Ibiza. She's not thinking about the whole situation with motherhood because she's making money. It's the same way the other way around. A woman that's a stay-at-home mom that's doing all the work and the dad just has to work and bring home the money. The woman gets burnt out. You have a support system that is your best friend who you may have happened to sleep with 20 years ago. She feels some type of way about it. That sounds like a her problem. I feel like you just started off this relationship wrong. And that is why the person that you have is your support system. You can't see yourself letting go because the person that you're with, you still don't even know that person really. You haven't built a foundation in your relationship to even understand, to get to the level that you guys are right now to be having this type of conversations. So that's why you're starting off with the wrong foot. Me personally, I don't even have any advice to you, but if I were to give you advice, I would stick with the support system that you know is sure and true. Emily and Sarah.